Hi everyone, hopefully you're doing well. My name is Jay. Thanks for checking out the channel. This weekend, I just wanted to do a nice chip trick video. I haven't done one for such a long time, so I'm just gonna do one on rolling chips. So there's a few ways of doing rolls. The most common one that you've seen, it's probably been on TV, but it's the one where you roll it from your right hand to the left and you're using the table to roll the chips across. So this roll I'm going to show you. I'm also going to show you the lock and roll. So that is that kind of shooting. And then the other one where you're basically just rolling it from your index. Okay, so that is a fairly easy one. Those are three different ways of doing the rolls. Okay, just start with 4 chips. What I want you to practice is just dropping them out of your hand. Okay, so hold them like this and then just drop them out of your hand from left to right or top to bottom, just like that. Okay, because that's kind of how you want them coming out of your right hand before you start rolling them. Once you get the hang of that, okay, it should look just like that. That's how you want that feel. Okay, now to get them to roll, what you need to do is create basically a slide or a ramp for them to just drop once it hits your pinky. The pinky is probably the most important part. That's where you're going to get the chips just to roll from right to left. Now keep your pinky flush here, and when you're holding your chips, just hold them with these 3. You can see that once I drop one, it starts to run off of the pinky. So I'm basically dropping it onto the pinky, and then it'll start to roll from the right to the left. Okay, use your left hand to catch them. Okay, and then once you put those 2 tips together, you're able to roll them just like that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and with your left hand, just create an arch, and then that chip will actually be able to stick, okay, right here. So if you have your position correct, these chips should be able to stick. And at this point, you can pick them up, right, just like that. Okay, so that's it. Drop them in that order. Keep your pinky flush to the table, and then let them go. And you can do a bunch of them just like that. Okay. All right, so the next one, this lock and roll, what you want to do is just start with 4 or 3. Okay, 3 chips. And if you know the chip flick, it's actually a lot easier. Okay, so this is the chip flick where you're running it with your thumb from the left to the right side. Now, to do an index finger chip flick, it looks like this. So it kind of goes over the top. So what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the chip from the left and I'm pulling it over just like that. I'm running it around. Okay, that's the movement that you need for this trick if you're going to roll it. Okay, now to roll it, what you want to do is you want to push it around, and at this point you want to lock it. Now when I mean lock it, you can see that my knuckle here is pushing down, not this knuckle, but this joint here is pushing down on the chip. Now at this point, I should be able to run it forward and back just like that. So you need to get into that feel, just get the feel of that. And then from this point, what you want to do is bring your hand back and then push it forward. Okay. At the same time, you're going to release it just like that. All right. So start with 3, bring it around. So you're doing your chip flick. And then at this point, when I run it, it's just a quick motion just like that. And you can see the chips run forward. Okay. So it's locked, I can push it and it's not going anywhere. But at this point, I'm going to bring it back and I'm going to move my hand forward at the same time. Okay, so that, and then you're going to get that chip movement. Just practice it. Shouldn't be that hard after you get it the first few times. Okay, but at this point, what you're doing is you're running it just like that. Okay, and then the very last trick is fairly simple. You can do it with quarters, you know, anything, any kind of coin, but you either have it between these two fingers, or you have it between these two fingers, and what you're going to do is you're just going to make your fist and then roll out. Okay, at the same time, you're just going to let go, and that chip is just going to go on its own. Okay, just like that. Okay, that's it. The 3 ways to roll chips. That way, and that way. It does help you with your dexterity, but really other than that, there isn't much of a purpose to rolling chips. Only if you're like on a poker table and you're bored, something to do. A couple of people requested it, so I just wanted to add this to the chip trick playlist. So you can check out some of the other chip tricks that I have on the playlist. That'll help you out with your dexterity as well, and just your chip handling, just so you get a good feel of how the chips are if you are dealing and you're just starting to work with chips. All right, so hopefully that helps you out, and enjoy your weekend. Take care.